All right, daily bias for Thursday, April 16th, coming into the market open. I'm bullish. Really, in my opinion, longs are the only thing that are valid and that I want to see this morning because of the fact I put this in the Discord chat. So let me just pull this up real quick. Gotta be bullish. Nothing to even short to be honest, because we're already within the most recent 4-hour gap and have no clue how deep a retrace would be. So the best targets are higher. Let's see if ES pushes to all-time highs on its futures chart, and if ES obviously does that, NQ will obviously be bullish as well. But basically saying there's nothing to even retrace to because the first 4-hour gap in this range has already been tapped, and so we don't know how deep we're going to retrace to, right? And then the next highest time frame gap, like the next daily gap, is all the way down here, which is like 500 points away. So if I'm, in my opinion, trying to short for a retrace, it hasn't worked all week, obviously. And then even if we got a retrace this morning, like you don't know how far we're actually going to retrace to. And the only valid target would be targeting this internal low, which is like 60 points away. I don't know. That's very, very low probability to me. So I'd rather just stick with the overall higher time frames and be bullish to this internal 4-hour high that was put in before we rebalance to this 4-hour gap, and then the next daily high right here, which NQ looks like it wants to go take. So the market opens here in about 1 minute, and we'll see if we get some nice displacement higher. Would at this point in time want to see us close 15 5-minute candles, displace above this internal high here that was put in pre-market to confirm higher, and we'll see what happens. But that's my bias. All right, so I'm actually going to place a limit order here for a 1-to-1 after this displacement down towards that internal low. I didn't think we would get an entry towards it, but I really like this 1-minute displacement off market open below all these internal lows, confirming lower. So we'll see if we want to come up to this 1 minute and hold it. Ain't no way I got edged on the entry though. Ain't no way I got edged on the entry though. Wow. I just got edged on the entry. Oh my god. Wow, dude, I really got edged on my entry by a tick, bruh. And that's literally right where I had it, but I moved it up slightly to match the 8 contract size with $500 risk. That's pretty insane. I would have actually literally top ticked this to the T. So that's the short that you could have taken. Incredibly clear displacement off of market open. Boom, boom, like these 1-minute candles. This is displacement, guys. If you're wondering what you want to see in terms of displacement, this is displacement. Just look how obvious that is. Look how obvious that move is. So yeah, I tried to get filled here for about a 1-to-1 within this 1-minute gap after these candle closes. Trade idea played out just without me, barely without me, as you saw in live time. Missed my limit order to the tick. So now we've taken the internal low. And like I said, there's after that internal low, there's really nothing. There's literally nothing to short to. So at this point, it's either we get bought back up for longs or nothing. And right now we currently have SMTs with ES. Is nowhere close to taking the internal swing low. So that is kind of bullish with that SMT. So we'll see if we want to flip higher from here. All right, price is now dumped into this lower 4-hour gap, and like I was saying, at this point in time, just have no clue how far NQ would want to retrace at this point, and so I can pretty much go ahead and tell you we're 30 minutes into the market open, but I can pretty much tell you that not going to be able to take a trade today because there's nothing to short to, and at this point in time, it's highly unlikely, in my opinion, that we get retrace this whole move and get bought up to this buy side and this buy side up here. Also, we've broken structure to the downside, so gonna be a no trading day, most likely, but I will wait and wrap this up in about an hour or so just to see the structure that NQ wants to form until I would normally get off. But it's looking like a confirmed no trade day. Alright, I've just set a limit order. Don't know if I'm going to get filled or not. Higher is confirmed, but this is where I need to get filled if I want to have a safe stop loss. Would go break even here at this internal high. Hopefully we can get tapped in. Getting bought up from this 4-hour gap here. There's nothing we would be retracing to. I think we're going higher. I will say it would be a brutal edge if we edged my limit order twice in one morning. Bro, oh my gosh, if we edged my limit order twice in one morning, that would be heartbreaking.
Order filled.
All right, so we're in there, and we'll see if this ends up playing out or not. Yeah, prioritizing the higher time frame closes. We are later into the market open, so letting that guide me higher time frame bias wise, and have confidence in the higher time frames here. So we'll see what happens. If we sufficiently close past this internal high, I'll probably go break even. Yeah, I'm gonna go break even there. After that retrace and flip and continuation past this internal high, I definitely wouldn't want to see price come back down to my entry point. Also because it's later into the market open. Gonna go break even relatively quickly, protect capital. But it looks like we're going to push towards the original break-even point regardless. Alright, so the original break-even point got hit. Like I said, after the entry, coming down, retracing, giving a strong rejection lower, and then closing that 1 minute candle past the new internal high that was put in, I was willing to go break even there because that tells me we should continue higher. We should not go back down to my break even point. So I was able to mitigate risk a little bit earlier than the original break even point. That's just a little bit of sauce for y'all. Yeah, so regardless, original break even point got hit. We're heading out. We're heading towards the external high now. If my drawn liquidity is correct, we should obviously, like we're doing, displace and continue and close strong candles past this internal high and continue to the penultimate high, which is all the way up here. And I'm just getting ready to close it on MNQ if NQ takes it first.
Order filled.
I'm going to close it there just so protecting an edge. So that's a trade. Very, very clean trade. And I closed it manually there just because we literally tapped my take profit and it didn't execute for some reason. So we should go ahead and fully take it. So big whoop-de-doo. I lost $20 if I would have held it fully. Like, I'm not going to get edged here. And there we go. Good stuff. Good trade. Live execution, live analysis. And guess what, guys? I told you I highly doubt I would have been able to take a trade this morning after the original market open move. But I allowed price to prove to me that it wanted to continue higher. I was in the mindset of not taking a trade and accepting the fact that today was going to be a no trade day. But I sat here without any expectations and I made price prove to me that we are going to continue higher. And once it proved to me that we were going to continue higher, safe entry, safe stop. I have my external drawn liquidity, which is confirmed. That's all you need. That's all you need. That's all you need. That's all you need. Keep it simple. You don't need 1,000 ICT concepts. And maybe it was a little good that I ended up manually closing this because we have edged that drawn liquidity by a couple ticks. Not that we're not going to go take it, but so yeah, very, 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 very clean. So clean. And guess what? We have a full trade buffer again. Back to $2,100. A forward trade buffer. And I had a couple questions on my last video yesterday because yesterday could have potentially taken a long. And I had a question, and this is a good question actually, and I'm glad I'm gonna address it right here in this live recording. Why didn't I take a trade yesterday? And the reason is because I wasn't max confident in a trade. You can go back and watch the market recap. I didn't have a ton of confidence in the structure that NQ was giving. And I had already taken a payout. I know I have a smaller buffer, a 3 trade buffer because of that payout. So I want to be patient until I see an A+++ setup in my eyes, right? I want to be extra patient because I know I already have a smaller buffer. So I was in more of a defense mode yesterday, and even today, I was in a defense mode. Well, I tried to get filled off market open. You saw that because that was insanely clear. After that happened, I'm in pure defense mode, waiting for what I see as an A+ setup. Just being extra patient. And the reality is you don't have to take a trade every single day, okay? You can have a correct drawn liquidity. And your bias can be correct. But if you don't love the structure that NQ is giving you, you don't have to take a trade, right? You don't have to put risk on the table. And when you're risking heavy, like I am on these props, and you're risking a third or a fourth of your drawdown, you want to wait until you feel max confident in your trade idea and in your drawn liquidity, right? Just because you think price might go somewhere doesn't mean you have to slap risk on the table. And you can wait and be patient for the next day and take a good trade and make damn sure it's an A+ trade and that's a winning trade. And we ended up taking this, which I'm glad to see. I hate when the market edges, draws on liquidity. But you can be patient. You can be patient and just wait. Until you see a setup that you yourself are max confident confident in. Not anybody else on social media. Oh, this trader takes an IFEG CISD. I see that. Maybe I have to enter here. No. It's whatever you are confident in. Whatever you're confident in, just wait and be patient for that setup to occur in the charts, and then slap on heavy risk. So, I'm going to quit yapping. That's the trade recap. I'm tired of sitting at my desk. This is the longest I will ever stay on the charts, is until 11 New York time. And what is it? 11:15 New York time right now. Entered this trade at 10:50 New York time. So a little over an hour into market open. This is typically the latest I'll ever stay on the charts. Super clean stuff right here. And I'll leave it at that. Use code FST. Code FST on all your favorite props. Alpha Futures, Lucid, Apex. And I also have a Tradeify. Tradeify is in the works. I have a meeting with their affiliate team tomorrow. Hopefully I can get an affiliate code for Tradeify as well. I know that's one of y'all's favorite prop firms. One of the best prop firms, most reputable prop firms in the space. So hopefully I can get an affiliate code with them. And then I'll pretty much have like an affiliate code with all the biggest prop firms. Outside of Top Step doesn't really do affiliates anymore. That would be crazy if I was able to get an affiliate with Top Step. But code FST, changed it, FST, short for flow state trades on all your favorite props. And yeah, use my code, will help me out. I appreciate any of the support that you guys show me. If you want to support me, use code FST on your favorite props. And then if we eventually run up the codes, if we start running up the code, these prop firms will give me free accounts to give away to y'all. As a sign of a thank you. So it's a win-win for both scenarios. You get the best deal. You can help support me if you'd like. Really appreciate every single one of y'all. So with that being said, that is the full trade recap live. Literally everything was live analysis, live daily bias, live almost trade off market open, a live analysis when we were coming down and retracing, live analysis, trade entry, literally as authentic and as raw as it gets. And that's my goal with this whole channel, is to show you how possible it is, how simple trading can actually be, and that this is possible, man. This is possible. So yeah, got a lot of editing to do. This recording is now 37 minutes long, so this video will be out at some point. But I appreciate you watching, man, and I will see y'all tomorrow in the market recap. Peace.